So I'm going to ask Ed Zizi. He's Ed Murray, who's the president of Talcor Commercial Real Estate Services, 8th generation Florida native. If we had a mayor in Midtown, it would be Ed. He is the greatest thing for economic development. Ed and his company took chances in Midtown, and they were there at the beginning, and they have done some amazing things for us. This is an area that just organically has grown, and we as city and county governments are doing whatever we can to just help them a little bit, but stay out of their way. So Ed, why don't you come on up?
Hi, guys. Never been put on a timer like the rest of us have before, so we'll see how this goes. I think the ideal sense of place community, in my opinion, is an 18 to 20 hour place. It's where you can start off in the morning, have breakfast, work out, do what you want. You can have your job there during the day. You can go out to eat at night, and you can go entertain yourself late into the evening if you choose to. And it's built around a foundation of great neighborhoods, and I think that's what we have. That's what we have in Midtown. Purple's not my favorite color, but that's the color that the Midtown Merchants Association has branded, so I'm all in. I'm going for it. I think the heart and soul of Midtown is the Merchants Association. Years ago, when we founded the Merchants Association, we had these great intentions of doing certain things, but over time, the board was run by accountants, attorneys, real estate guys, things like that. When we revamped it a few years ago, we decided that we had to have it run by the merchants, and that's what we did. Gene Bates runs that organization. These are some events that commonly go on. Gene and her group, the members of the association, it's open to anybody. They plan really great events. It's a cross-section of things to do. They're always looking for things to do. Nightlife, if anybody's 25 to 40 years old and you go out at night, you go to Midtown. That's where that section of the market's captured. I drive back from the airport occasionally late at night. I'll drive back on a Friday night. You can't even drive through there. It's amazing, with the bars and then the restaurants that are in there that are incredibly successful. Most all of them are doing really well. Restaurants, my office happens to be in Midtown. I've worked in Midtown every year but 1 year since 1983. I can now, at my office, I can walk to 16 or 17 restaurants. Now, some are Whataburger, Whataburger's one of them, but there's also Bella Bella. There's a lot of other restaurants that are great, Cool Beans. I think that's just great. We have a lot of retail in Midtown. We're getting more and more every day. The interesting thing that you find out about space, whether it's retail, whether it's office or restaurants, our occupancy rates are higher in Midtown than they are anywhere else. When there's space available, people are renting it. That's what we're finding out. So that's good. The other strong component of Midtown, I think, are our neighborhoods. You've got things like Waverly and Benton in the north side of Midtown, Lafayette Park, Levy Park, those others. Tell you, if you guys live there, I'm confident, because I live in Benton. Our prices are holding their own and they're going up. You can hardly find houses for sale in those different neighborhoods, and you can hardly find places to rent in there. I think it's one big force that's moving because people like living there. The park, Jay Revel will probably talk about that more. He was instrumental in that with his Midtown working group that we're involved in. That's going to be a great addition, and the city and county have been very helpful with that. Well, I caught up with the slide. Okay, the next one, Gadsden Street. This is an example of how the county is trying to really help us in Midtown. If you're traveling on Gadsden from the downtown and you're going out of town, it's a raceway. It's 50, 60 miles an hour. It doesn't connect the neighborhoods very well. We need to slow the traffic down. We need to put more crosswalks in and have parking on the street. That's just one of many plans that the city and the county are working on right now. I think the big question that you were asking about the Whole Food development, we're very involved in that. Unfortunately, we don't own that. I'm just the broker and the leasing agent in it. I wish I did. That's an exciting project. Anybody ever been to a Whole Food? If you have, that's a game changer for not only Midtown but for Tallahassee. It's just going to be fantastic. What we're also finding out is the stores that we're beginning to sign up for the Miracle Plaza are paying the top rent in Tallahassee. They're anxious to get there, and there's a list to put some of these people in. So again, it's all starting to build on each other. Questions you may want to know. They're breaking ground around between the 1st and the 15th of June, with Whole Foods has to be open in their minds by about October 20th or so of 2013. The other shops are going to be open a little bit sooner than that. What's in the future? Unfortunately, Chez Pierre closed. We all love Chez Pierre, but All I can say on that is right now is the ownership group that now owns that is going to do something exciting and new. It's going to be a bar. It's going to be predominantly a restaurant with a bar component. There are a lot of other great developments. Louis Buford's here. He's doing a development where the home health care is and on North Monroe Street, and he also owns the stuff across the street where Cru de Gras is. There's a lot of exciting things there. You've got John Kinney's development by Brugger's Bagels. You've got, we purchased Benton Place about a year ago, and you're going to see some good things at Benton Place that's going to go on over the next year or two. We really see, what I see coming, and it hadn't started yet, we're going to start having an infill of residential lots, of residential real estate. Because once you're full, it's simple, supply and demand. Once there aren't many places that you can buy or you can rent, somebody's going to figure out how to start building things that you can buy or rent. And that's my presentation. So that was quick. Now, Jay.